What's up, everyone? We are here. Brooks Cross Country Championships presented by Fleet Feet. Yeah, we made it to San Diego. How are we doing?
Man, I'm doing great. It was only about an hour-and-a-half drive. I know you guys had a little bit of tough flights, but I'm feeling good being in San Diego, you feel me?
That feels like a shot at me. I lost my laptop. We're getting it back. We're cool. Now, it's beautiful weather here, perfect race conditions. I'm coming from the Northeast where it is frigid, chilly. You don't even want to go outside, like let alone run outside. So these Northeast athletes, they're tough. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do.
I'm looking forward to it too. And before we even get started, Nia Gibson, Josh Potts, John Davert, we are here again in San Diego. Brooks Cross Country Championships presented by Fleet Feet. This is going to be a fun one. The toughest of the toughest coming. We're in Balboa Park, the cross country course. It's something that's just getting me really, really hyped. And Brooks really did this unique thing. They give out these golden tickets, right?
Yeah.
Very much so Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory-esque, except you're getting a trip to San Diego to race the toughest of the tough, the best of the best. Josh, tell me more about that.
Yeah, it's a really cool opportunity where we have 10 boys and 10 girls that automatically got to qualify for the Brooks Cross Country Championships. These didn't just get given out like in the past week. These brought out like 8 weeks before the Brooks Cross Country Championships. So these kids are absolutely prepared and ready to go. They knew their final race of the season where they can prove that they're the toughest of the toughest here at the Brooks Cross Country Championships comes on December 13th live on FloTrack. It's going to be something really special to behold, to be honest.
And I think the best part about this is it eliminates schedule conflicts, right? In years past, athletes had to maybe choose their state championship over a qualifier or race at a different meet altogether. So this eliminates that, especially with Brooks XC being this weekend. It's the last cross-country meet of the year. It is the national championship. So really looking forward to seeing these individuals compete as regions, but also compete for that individual glory here.
100%, guys. It is the final curtain call, the season finale. This is getting me hype. And with all that being said, check out this hype video made by our very own Johnny Pace.
What is up, everybody? This is Johnny Pace here in sunny San Diego for the inaugural Brooks XC Champs. We're going to take you along for the ride and show you part of what it's like to be an athlete here at Brooks XC Champs. Let's go. First stop is the gear room. Everybody loves some gear. We got stuff that you cannot buy anywhere, folks. You got to earn this.
Looking good, bud.
First stop, 50 bags for the boys, 50 bags for the girls. These things are heavy. They are filled up. This is a table where you pick up your racing tops, whether you're from the Wild West, the Smokin' South, the Mighty Midwest, or the Noble Northeast. We got custom colors for each region. You're going to be repping your area. Can't wait to see these out on the course. We're here at the shoe wall. We got Hyperion Elites and Glycerins. These things are looking crispy, and everybody's going to get a pair. Next stop is the media room. You're going to be stopping here with all their new gear, posing for the camera.
Say cheese.
Looking good, folks. Done. The athletes are going to make their way out here to the courtyard, starting here with Fleet Feet, get their hands on some cool free gear. Next up, over to Super Feet, get their hands on the latest and greatest in insole tech. Over to Koros, get those watches. Finally wrapping up here at Oakley, get themselves a pair of sick shades. It pays to be fast. We head to the interview room where athletes get to take a seat in this comfy throne next to the coveted golden spike. One boy and one girl will get to walk away with one of these. And that's it, folks. The athletes are all swagged out. They are ready to race. The only thing left to do is actually line up. This Saturday, tune in live on FloTrack and FloTrack social channels. Don't miss a minute of all the action here from San Diego. We'll see you at the course.
Hey, Brooks showed up, showed out. The gear, the atmosphere, the people. I mean, what did you guys think when you saw that video?
Bro, like they get so much stuff. These kids are really spoiled. We got Koros gear, we got Fleet Feet stuff, we got Oakley glasses, Super Feet insoles. Like it was Christmas out there.
And they're also staying in like a 5-star resort. I don't know if it's actually 5-star, but they're staying at like this nice resort, like
right next to the beach, vacation island. Oh, it's beautiful.
They have their own little athlete village.
Yeah.
It's giving like Olympics,
Yeah,
but like
definitely.
cross country. With all that being said, guys, they're spoiled for good reason. These girls are absolute dogs. So let's go over the regional winners real quickly. Midwest, we had Sophia Salusi. From the West, Carmen Dorsey Spitz. From the South, Mason Fletcher. And the Northeast, Abigail Hennessy. Guys, when you hear those names, what is the first thing you think of?
I think of Abigail Hennessy and Carmen Dorsey Spitz. They were tied for the largest margin of victory and won by a good portion at the regional championships. And both of those girls can very much compete for a national championship. They're two people that are really unknown. Abigail Hennessy, she's been undefeated this season. She's the only other girl that's undefeated this year coming into this with Natasha Dudek, who won NXN last weekend. that means something, like, for sure. And then Carmen Dorsey-Spitz, she's been dominant in New Mexico. She runs great on hills. She's ran under 17 minutes twice, a 16:47, and a state record in New Mexico. So she is ready and primed to really go this year. And it's all like, what can they really do when they're in like the best fields in the nation? So I'm really excited to see what they're capable of, to be honest.
I'm really excited for Sophia Salusi. I'm sorry, that's a hard name to butcher, but you know, she ran really, really well at the Midwest Championship, especially in crazy, horrid, frigid conditions. I think, and she still ran like 17 low. It was like 17:10, somewhere in that range. So to run that fast in those conditions, I think it's kind of it was a warning shot to the rest of the nation. Like, hey, I can run this fast in these conditions. Like, wait till I get on a really nice course in perfect conditions. Like, I'm here to play. So I think it depends on what kind of race we get, of course, right? If it's a, you know, run from the gun, I don't know if she'll win it. If it's a, you know, let me out tough you up the last hill, then I think we have a different story on our hands.
I feel like that's the trend we've been seeing with the girls, is they really tough it out. They definitely do make sure their IQ is showing and they're running a strategic race, but I've been seeing this trend where they're more so like, you're going to have to bleed to win this.
Yeah, for sure.
So with that being said, guys, takeaways from regionals.
Biggest takeaway is really just how these girls performed and how they're going to be ready to go here. We have a lot of girls that are unknown with all the girls at NXN, really. So like who we know about. So who's going to really show up today? That's the underdogs. That's not talked about here at the Brooks Cross Country Championships who didn't race in Portland. It's my biggest takeaway.
Okay.
I think I have to look at that Northeast region because we saw Abigail Hennessy win. And I think Joshua made a great point. Like, she's undefeated on the year. She has looked really strong. She was a little bit, I don't want to say an underdog going into that race, but I think after seeing what Leah Starkey did at the New Jersey Meet of Champions, beating Paige Shepard in a kick, she beat a 2:01 girl in a kick to the finish. Like, that's really impressive. But I think Leah Starkey also had a long season. And so I think she was coming into the region championships a little bit, I don't want to say tired, but, you know, she had a lot of races on her legs. Now she's had 2 weeks, essentially 2 weeks, to recover and get ready for today. I'm really excited to see what she can do. But, I mean, we'll get into the golden tickets eventually, but Paige Shepard and Blair Bartlett are also here representing the Northeast region as golden ticket recipients. So I think that region as a whole has a lot of individuals who could finish really well. We've seen the Northeast perform as a whole, as a team, really well in years past, and I think we're going to see that again.
I think that's what makes this all so interesting. It's so easy to get really caught up in regional winners to the point you almost forget about the golden ticket recipients. You're like, wait a minute, not everybody ran yet, or at least not together. So we're going to see, again, the best of the best combined together, head-to-head, toe-to-toe, seeing who is going to be that Brooks Cross Country champion. So we talk about some of the golden ticket recipients. We had 10 golden ticket winners on the girls' side, including Paige Shepard, Natasha Dudag, and Blair Bartlett.
Yeah.
What do we think they can do on this field?
Well, we actually had 12, right, Joshua? Because we added Jalen Williams as well as Summer Wilson. Summer Wilson is a scratch this weekend. She won't be competing, but Jalen Williams, I mean, that's a clutch golden ticket because she needs to be here. Joshua, tell me about her season.
She's from San Diego. She's from Chula Vista, literally about a 25-minute drive from where we're literally sitting. Like, this is her home park. This is her home course. She won 3 straight CIF San Diego section championships here at Balboa Park. So she knows every nick and cranny about this place and about this course. And the fact that last weekend at NXN, she led most of that. She ran and finished all the way in 3rd place. It's coming off such great momentum in the past 3 weeks that this week she may be home cooking house money, like, honestly.
Before I even move on, what advantage do you think that gives her with that familiarity that she has with Balboa Park?
Because honestly, like, she's not sleeping in her own bed. She's staying with all the kids that are here, but like, she knows everything about this course. She knows the good things about it, and she knows the bad. She's ran bad races here, and she's ran good races here. So she is content. She's had good memories and bad memories. She knows like what she needs to put out here on this course, and this course is difficult. There's a lot of undulations here. We have the big hill, like, that's definitely going to be like the killer part about this, the big hill and downhill. But even when you go down to the dog park, it's going up and down. So you need to know just when you want to make those right moves, and she knows how to do that, especially here in California where it's super competitive.
I think it's about timing, right? Like you mentioned that the big hill, that downhill is difficult to run. And we've seen it in years past, right? Some athletes are a little bit more timid going down that big steep downhill. Some athletes let go a little bit. And I think in years past, we've seen the athletes that are willing to just risk their bodies down that downhill kind of separate themselves in a crucial part of the course and be able to run away with it in the last 800 meters or so. So I think that is a really good point. Like it pays to have experience, especially on a course like this. Another golden ticket winner we have to mention is Natasha Dudek. Based on the season she's had, just won last weekend in Portland, she is really, really strong. I mean, just from watching her last week, I think that was the first time I've actually seen her race outside of like maybe like a archivable video where you see them at different points in a race. That was the first time I've seen her race from start to finish. She just commanded that race. It just seemed like she was in control. And if she needed to step on the gas more, she could have. If she could have laid back, she would have. I feel like she just had a control that I haven't seen in a while.
And the impressive thing about her, and really, she has a storied history being at this course. Her sister won a cross-country national championship here at Balboa Park, Zofia Dudek. And so she has all that knowledge that Natasha is getting from Zofia, and really as she goes into this race here. So she has an advantage on that end, and especially just being able to beat everyone last week in Portland.
And when I say control, I don't mean she was like out front leading the entire race. She just was managing her gaps, and she was paying attention to the moves being made. Like, she was just very intellectual with the way she was racing. It wasn't necessarily about controlling a race like we've seen Jane Hennegren do, right? Like where Jane just is like pedal to the metal. It was just control. It was a chess match. But the girl who finished runner-up to her was Blair Bartlett, and we mentioned her a little bit earlier. I mean, she is legit.
And the thing about Blair is like, she's still new to the sport. I feel like Natasha's even relatively new. She knows what she's doing, but she's still relatively new. They're all still really green and just want to have fun with it. It doesn't seem like a lot of pressure is on them, and when they go out there and race, they leave it all on the line each time.
I mean, yeah, we have a lot to say about them, especially Natasha Dudek. But Natasha Dudek also had some stuff to say at yesterday's media day. Let's hear what those words were.
You have like a little bit of history with your sister, Zofia, who raced here and won here at the Cross Country National Championships at Balboa. Were you able to go to Balboa when she won that championship back in the day?
No, I was at home watching her, but it's really cool to come out here and race where she raced a couple years back.
And like with that in mind, that she's been giving you, I bet she's been giving you just a lot of tips or just tricks of like how to attack the course and even just to be in San Diego. Like, what are some of the conversations that you guys have had?
I feel like she always just tells me to stay in the race no matter what. You can never give up on yourself, and you just have to keep pushing through everything.
Wow, that was sick hearing from Natasha Dudek. Next up, I am so excited to welcome to the stage the one and only Brooks Beast in the flesh. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
How is San Diego treating you guys?
Nice. It's a good time of year being in San Diego, I'll say that.
Really getting me in the holiday spirit. So Josh, you opened up the ceremonies yesterday with the remarks to all the athletes. What was that like? What was kind of your takeaway message from that?
Yeah, I think I just thought, what would I want to hear if I was in their shoes, 10 years earlier, 15 years earlier. And the biggest questions I get are around nerves. And that's kind of the one big thing whenever people are asking questions. And the other one is, what can I give if I was back in their shoes and trying to get to where we are today. I think it's just learn as much as you can. You're rubbing shoulders with the best in the country, and Brooks are putting on this unbelievable event, another event for these high schoolers to go out there and find some experience that's going to help them in the future. So yeah, really enjoyable doing that. Able to connect with a couple of the high schoolers and excited to watch them race on Saturday.
It's gonna be good. And Waleed, you have towed this line before.
Yes, yeah, I've done it twice in 2015 and 2016.
Yeah. What Josh had mentioned yesterday was that those sorts of high-level experiences prepare you for later on. Have you found that to be the case in your professional career, that environments like this kind of lend themselves to competing as a pro?
100%, because you're competing against the best in the nation, and I feel like I got the chance to carry this all the way through college and have the chance to finish All-American at cross country as well. And as a professional, you gain a lot of tools from these little races that you learn early on, and this is the beginning of your professional career in a way. You start here, you go to college, and then 4 years later you're already a professional. So
yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's taken you far. So, Allie, what does it mean, for Brooks to have put on this incredible event, to bring it back for a new generation?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us, like Lou was saying, got started with cross country, and to be able to bring the best athletes together and separate into regions to keep that team element. I mean, this is how we all got started. And there's something special about running on grass and hills that just like bring out how tough you are. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And Josh, I mean, we know, of course, your accomplishments on the track, but you also have a little bit of history with the cross country course. Can you talk about kind of the difference between high level track racing and kind of cross country racing?
Yeah, I think all of us started in the cross country. I raced a season of cross country before I even touched the track, and so I think what can teach you is it kind of opens you up and makes you go, okay, well, this is what I'm good at, this is what I'm bad at. It exposes some weaknesses, and so it'll allow these athletes to really understand who they are and where they can get better. And so, yeah, putting them in these environments, I think, can make them a better athlete on the track, on the roads later on in their career, and the cross country, I think, will separate the best from the rest.
So let me see, Waleed, can you give the folks and the athletes some tips on this course? There's a lot of elements here, a lot of rises and falls, that famous hill.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of elements, you're right. But I feel like it should be like no stranger to all of them, like this course is like a combination of a lot of different courses that I'm pretty sure a lot of the athletes have raced at before this year, like fast corners, slow corners, uphills, downhills. And it's just like, it's a mix of all that stuff, and this is a great national course. It's a good way to come here and actually test out, what have you learned from the past few races. So take it easy up the hill and just fly fast down the hill.
Amen. Allie, I mean, Brooks now offers kind of competition at the highest level for high school, both on cross country but also on the track. Can you speak to kind of that commitment that Brooks has to all seasons?
Yeah, no, I love to see it. I mean, we have the best of the best with the track, and now we have the toughest of the toughest with cross country. It filled a spot for us in the fall, so I'm glad we hopped in to support this. And cross country is like my favorite, so I was extra excited when I saw that. Immediately was, texting all of our Brooks people like, hell yeah, this is awesome. Also,
you guys are running team camp here a little bit, right? Getting some training in?
Yeah, we've been here for a few days already.
Nice, how's that going?
It's good. Seattle's very rainy right now. So.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm kind of exhausted as well too. Right?
Yeah.
Just good workouts that we've done, a couple good runs here and there. Obviously the weather is like, 30 degrees hotter than it is in Seattle, so we're just getting used to that.
Anything you guys are excited for 2026?
The whole season, to be honest with you, for me at least. Yeah, I'm just excited for the whole season. Yeah, I'm just, trying to just run a PR in anything I could. So,
Amen.
Yeah, I think, with the lack of championships for the first time in a while, it's going to be really fun to really commit to the fitness and then be able to take big swings whenever you're ready versus when the stadiums are ready. So yeah, it's a fun, free-flowing year, and I think it takes the pressure off some timing and just get ready to run fast.
Amen. Josh, also you got to deliver a golden ticket to Caden.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that experience and kind of him as well as that?
Yeah, he's gonna need to win, I guess. The golden ticket idea, I think in general, is really fun. It's really cool. It brings a new element into these races, with the extra people on each team, and I enjoyed that. I think it's these small little special moments that people are working towards, I think, can really have an impact on people's careers, and I loved being part of it. And he's my guy. I'm going to be out there rooting for him, and just excited to see. Cross country in high school, I think, is so fantastic because it's all passion, it's all heart. There's, tactics kind of go out the window, especially out the rip. And so, if there's any race I want to watch, it's going to be a cross country in high school. It's always the best.
Amen. Well, with that being said, you guys are also team captains out here, so I think I'll let you guys go and spread that motivation, inspiration to the teams. But really appreciate you guys taking the time to stop by. And with that, actually on that note, we have a clip from Caden Leonard that we're going to be pulling to next. So thanks for watching.
It's really like head to head. I know that you're a competitive guy. Like, how much does that really hype you up?
Yeah, I was super excited. Always want to get out there to race, and just super blessed again with the opportunity and to have another chance at national title. And last race of cross country and last one of high school career. So super excited about that, and yeah, just ready to roll.
Great words from Caden Leonard. We can definitely expect him to put on a show, guys, but let's expand on the rest of the boys that will be competing, starting with your regional winners. From the Midwest, Calvin Seitz. From the West, Simon Martin. From the South, Evan Spreitzer. And the Northeast, Samuel Lavadier. Guys, takeaways from regionals.
Man, biggest takeaway is that the South boys look scary. Evan Spreitzer and Kavi Gibson, they've been great all season. Honestly, could have been contenders for getting a golden ticket, but they went to the South region and went to North Carolina, and they performed in a big way. They both look super impressive. We talked to Evan Spreitzer yesterday. He wants to win it. Like, he's a guy coming into this where he's ran with Marcelo Montacon in Florida. Kavi Gibson has gone up to Manhattan and won at New York. Like, he has the experience, both of them, to win this type of race, and have been winning all season. So like, those two boys, kind of scary, to be honest.
Okay.
You know, you mentioned Evan Spreitzer. Mark Stonecipher, the Florida State editor, he was talking to me before the South Region Championship, and he was like, "You need to watch out for this kid. Like, he's about the only kid in Florida that can run with Marcelo." And so that I took that with a grain of salt at first, and then I saw him race at the South Region Championship. I was like, okay, this kid is actually like legit. Like, he's got some wheels on him. We spoke with him yesterday, and he was super composed as well. He just seems like he has a really good head on his shoulders. So I think you're right that South Region is looking really strong. I think the Northeast region champion, Samuel Lavadier, is another sleeper. He's been racing 8Ks all season. He's been racing like a college schedule.
Grown men.
Yeah.
I'm talking about grown men, beard, like muscles, all that. He's racing 45-year-olds. That's who he racing. And like,
I don't know if they're that old, but yeah.
Some of them, definitely, you feel me? And
Yeah,
like,
no, for
he's
sure.
going out there putting out great performances. First 5K was at Northeast, and now he's coming down again, running another 5K. What can this kid do?
He's got strength, right? Like, he's coming in with so much base. Now, he ran a few 8Ks, but it's not like he ran a crazy big, long schedule. Like, I think he ran like 3 or 4 8Ks, which for a senior in high school is a lot. But I think coming down to this 5K distance, it served him really well at the Northeast Region Championship. It was a kick to the win. Now, that was like a really close finish, but I think it gave him a confidence, like, hey, I've got some wheels under me now. And so I think that strength helps on the hills, of course.
Watch out for out west too. Simon Martin is super impressive. Midwest as well. Calvin Seitz, he's been really good all season. He outleaned Noah Bontrager at the Indiana State meet, and Noah, he got a golden ticket. So like, Calvin Seitz is going to be in the conversation. So there's a lot of dudes from the regional champs that are going to make an impact here.
There's a lot of depth on the boys' side, guys. And one thing I want to talk about is how they're going to level up with our golden ticket winners. Josh, you said earlier today that there's a couple people in the South that didn't get a golden ticket but could have been a recipient. What do you guys think about that?
That's what makes the golden tickets fun. Like, honestly, think about college football. I know there's a lot of so much just controversy now with Notre Dame and all that, but that's what makes the sport really fun, where we can have these debates, and especially with cross country, it's just one event. There's just one championship that we care about, and it's right here and right now, and everyone wants to be here. So to have those conversations and see how much people care about being here is absolutely amazing. And the fact that they still came and they raced the regional, even though they didn't get a golden ticket, that knows how they want to be here. They want to win this championship, and it really just makes this even more competitive than ever before, to be honest.
And I think if I was an athlete that I was like on the cusp and didn't get a golden ticket, it would fire me up. It would make me want to race a region, win a region championship, and go to nationals to try to prove that I'm better than those kids. Yeah. So like in college, I went D2. I'm not a D1 guy. Okay. I went D2, and you know, I gotta choose my words carefully because, you know, college boys, you know, probably choose not the best words to say things, but we would try to take heads, right? Like, we would try to hunt the D1 kids. Like, every D1 kid you beat at a race or at a championship or whatever the race is, it's like a little check on your report card, right? And so it's the same. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of the same thing here. It's like, if I didn't get a golden ticket, I want to beat as many kids that got a golden ticket as possible. Just because why not? I got to prove that I deserve to be here.
I mean, a nice little chip on your shoulder never hurt nobody, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, good old-fashioned hate. Well, let's talk about it. So obviously we had 10 golden ticket winners on the boys' side, including Jack and Spinner and Caden Leonard. Guys, what can they do on this course tomorrow at Balboa Park?
John, it's going to be special. It's going to be special, bro.
No, it's a three-headed monster when you throw in Johannes, too. Like, those guys went 1, 2, 3 last week in Portland. And so I really like what Caden Leonard and I've talked to you about this a few times this weekend, Joshua, but I think Caden Leonard, he wanted it so bad last weekend that it's going to fuel him this weekend. I think he wants it more than anyone else here. And I'm not in his brain, like I'm not in his heart. I don't know if that's 100% factual, but based on his reaction after finishing third last week, you could tell that, dang, like I was this close. And I think that fuels moments, redemption stories where an athlete could come out and just let it rip. But Jackson Spencer, I mean, he said some crazy things yesterday in his interview.
He's going for the record, the record here at Balboa Park held by Ruben Reyna since I don't know how long. That record's been around for such a long time, and Jackson Spencer wants that. He's that type of kid. Like, he went to the Clovis Invitational, that's up here in Fresno in California, broke Herman Fernandez's record. That's a record here in California that stood since about 1994, 1998, and like, it couldn't be broken by Leo Young, Nico Young, Aaron Salmon, by all these people, Matt Strangio that came through in California. No one could break this record, and Jackson Spencer destroyed it. He goes for records, he goes for championships, and his coach said it best last week. I saw an interview. You said, with Jackson Spencer, you can't outrun him and you can't outkick him. So good luck. That's what's about Jackson Spencer, to be honest.
Okay, speaking of Jackson Spencer, here's some words that he shared at yesterday's media day.
What's the goals for this weekend? Records? Are we thinking about that at all?
I mean, I don't want to spoil too much, but my coach definitely was showing me the Ruben Reyna race and showing me his meet record, and it's inspired me to go out there and do some good stuff. So.
Okay, guys, I'm getting more and more excited every time we see a clip, every time we see a hype video, every time we talk more and more about it. But let's turn it up a notch and let's talk about some sleepers. You can go boys, girls, both, either or. It's your world.
Hey, Marcelo Montecon out of Belen Jesuit in Florida, in Miami. This dude's ready to run. Fourth last week at NXN. He was outside of the top 3, but I'm telling you, this dude's ultra competitive. He ran 14:33 to break the Florida State record earlier this year in a 5K. He's ready to go, and he's the type of guy who got the first golden ticket, so he has something to prove to be all like, yeah, I belong in this race, for sure. So I think Marcelo Montecon is going to do something great.
So he's your sleeper or your favorite?
Oh, he's my sleeper.
He's your sleeper. Okay. I just got a little sidetracked. I think I've got a couple sleepers, but I'll go quick. I think on the boys' side, Nick Mazzio, out of Pennsylvania, we've seen both Ryan Pajak and Drew Griffith race really well here in the last few years. So can he make it the second Pennsylvania boy to win at Balboa Park in the last 5 years? I think that's a really cool storyline. These Pennsylvania boys come with a chip on their shoulder because they're usually not high in the national rankings, but they always seem to show out at these national championships. So I gotta go with the Northeast boy. I gotta go with Nick Mazzio.
You took mine, John. But yeah, no, Nick Mazzio is definitely my favorite too. He came third to the Northeast Regionals and ended up following week. He said I like to race myself into shape. He won at Running Lane. Yeah. So listen, that's a kid who he got that dog in him, and he said it straight up. Listen, I got this, and I think I can win this.
Can I add one more too?
Go ahead.
Well, 2 more really. We have 3 girls from San Diego here: Eliana Patterson, Kiara Daly, and Jalen Williams. Kiara Daly and Eliana Patterson, I think they're sleepers as well. They may not both win. They both can't win. They may not win this race, but to be in the top 5, Kiara Daly has raced here. This is gonna be her 4th time racing at the Balboa Park at a championship. Then Eliana Patterson, she's just had an amazing season. Both of them are big sleepers on the West Side.
Wait, hang on, I got one more too. On the girls' side, Emma Hoffman.
Oh yeah,
I think she's just slid completely under the radar, especially because she didn't win the Midwest Region Championship. But I think consistently throughout the year, she's been turning heads, and she's been right there with Dudek. It's not like they're in different dimensions. So if she can run as well as I think she can run, she'll be right there in the front pack.
Okay, so let's talk about our favorites then. You want to go first, John?
Yeah, I'll go real quick here. I think I mentioned Caden Leonard. I gotta stick with that. I've got a gut feeling. I had the same gut feeling at NCAAs when Rocky Hansen got second. It's that same exact feeling where it's just this story arc of he's not an underdog, but it feels like he is, right? And so I think that story arc is it's got my gut right here. But I think on the girls' side, I struggle with this one. because I think there's a few names, but I got to go Avery Lowen. She slipped last weekend, and that set her back a little bit. She still finished sixth. She rallied to finish sixth. I think she's got some more in her legs this week.
For me, boys side going first, Jackson Spencer. You know, he won last week. He's proven that he can run really well in hard conditions in the mud, but then also Clovis is a hilly course like this where you can run off of hills. He's done it at the Utah State meet that has hills and in altitude, breaking Casey Klinger's record. So like, he has the caliber to win this race. On the girls side, I'm going San Diego. I'm going west. Jalen Williams. I think she can do it. Third place last week. She's been super motivated all season. In the past 3 weeks, I think are just golden for really Jalen Williams overall. But for the guys, I do want to throw in there Johannes Van Meerten. Watch out for that kid. He dominated at Mount Sac, and like, he ran up and down those hills so well. These hills are similar to Mount Sac in a way, and so like, he can really do something, honestly.
Guys, I'm going Northeast all the way. I'm going Abigail Hennessy and Samuel Lavadier. I think that when I seen them run in person, they are two very special athletes. I don't think this is the day that Abigail Hennessy streak breaks. That's just me.
I love it.
That's just me.
I'm here for it.
But I mean, hey guys, this time tomorrow, we will be seeing if our hot takes, if they were lukewarm or if we like made something shake.
Ice cold.
Ice cold. We'll see. We'll see.
Back to the Northeast, right?
We will see. We will see. But with that being said, again, this time tomorrow, guys, we will be crowning our Brooks cross country champion on the boys and the girls side. Which region will reign supreme? We will see. But until then, hey, check us out on MileSplit on FloTrack. We'll be having all the full content for you guys. Signing off, Nia Gibson, John Davern, Joshua Potts. We will see you guys later.